제204회 누구든지 환영이죠.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Welcome to Arirang TV's Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host Lisa Kelly, and sitting next to me, also guiding you along, will be.
Thank you. 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere, and we've got two students who just arrived back from a birthday.
And look what they're doing.
What's up with that?
안녕하세요. 여러분 안녕하세요. My name is Marina. Nice to see you again.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 여러분. Nice to see you again.
And by the way, their voices don't usually sound like this. They just drank a whole bunch of
Give me
helium.
that. You didn't even do it right. That was terrible. I can do better than that.
Let's do it, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. You gotta drink a lot of it.
안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 스티븐입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
I thought you had to do that.
And while they return to their normal selves, here's our lesson for today.
Wrap it up
With Lisa.
and Steven.
가입하고 싶은데요.
네, 그런데 혹시 새내기세요?
아닌데요? 신입생만 될 수 있는 건가요?
아니요, 누구든지 환영이죠. 얼굴이 어려 보여서요.
Okay, in today's dialogue, you may have noticed the sentences may not be so long, but there's a lot of words that you may not be familiar with. Stephen, you okay? Your voice over there?
Yes,
okay,
I'm a lot better.
Making sure you're okay before I continue on. The first sentence was Youngmi saying 가입하고 싶은데. 가입하다 means to register or to sign up for something. And I want to sign up for the Helium Club. Helium Club 가입하고 싶은데요.
Yes. Last time we club에 들다, right? 동아리에 들다. This time we've got 동아리에 가입하다, which is another. We've had 입 before, haven't we? That's to enter something, right? To go into something. So 가입하다 is to enter, join a club. 가입하고 싶은데요. Adding that onto the end, what does this mean? Remember, now Jiwon and Youngmi aren't sitting there talking to each other. She's talking to someone that she doesn't know very well, so she uses that high form, looking for a response. 가입하고 싶은데요.
That's right. She's talking to her 선배 this time. And let's all practice. Let's pretend that there is, our 게시판, our message board on Let's Speak Korean is in itself a club, right? So let's just say, Let's Speak Korean 동아리에 가입하고 싶은데요. Repeat.
Let's Speak Korean 동아리에 가입하고 싶은데요.
Let's Speak Korean 동아리에 가입하고 싶은데요.
And if you have not come into our website yet, please do today, okay? And the second line, 네, 그런데 혹시 신입이세요? Okay, this may be a word that you may not be familiar with. If you're attending a university in Korea like Marina and Arthur, perhaps you've heard it before. Have you?
No.
No?
No.
No?
No? Okay.
No, that word 새내기 is another word for 신입생.
You know
You know what I said? You even confused those two words and said it as one.
Shin is new, 입 is going, sang is student, so a new student, a freshman is 신입생, and this one, 새내기, is the Korean word for that Chinese character word, right? 새내기. So he said, are you a brand new student? He's guessing at something. 혹시, you put that in just in front of something when you're making a little bit of a guess. There, 혹시 새내기세요?
Youngmi says, 아닌데요. No, I'm not a freshman or a newly entered university student. 신입생만 들 수 있는 건가요? Here's that new word that Stephen just said earlier, 신입생. Okay, 입 is to enter, as he said. So here, what would you be? To the person newly entering something, right?
Look at the 아닌데요. Look at this. See these days and the nindays are, what are they doing? You're being polite about certain things, right? This is the most common polite ending in Korean, it seems like to me. So she says, 아닌데요? She's looking for more of a response. No, I'm not, but does that mean something, right? I want to know why you ask that. Then she says specifically what she's thinking. 신입생만 들 수 있는 건가요? Now, we've had this 건가요 before. The 은가요 is a question ending, okay?
So let's try repeating that. 신입생만 들 수 있는 건가요?
신입생만 들 수 있는 건가요?
신입생만 둘 수 있는 건가요?
네, and one more sentence using 신청하다, since this is another word meaning the same thing, ending with 건가요? 어디에서 신청하는 건가요?
어디에서 신청하는 건가요?
어디에서 신청하는 건가요?
Where do I register for something? And our next line, 아니요, 누구든지 환영이죠. Okay, no, that's not true. Anybody can enter our club. And I like this word 환영하다 because it's a much bigger, nicer word. It's kind of like saying, yes, thank you for that. And the higher or much nicer form would be, I really appreciate what you're doing for me. 환영하다 means welcome. 환영합니다. Welcome to wherever, right? So 환영이죠.
So everybody's welcome to join, right? Right before that, you had 누구든지. Everybody.
Everybody.
We've had this a million times before, the dingies before, right? Where? 어디든지, everywhere. And then when?
언제든지.
언제든지. Okay, they go on and on, right?
Right. And this last line we hear here, just one thing that 생뚱맞죠, just out of the blue for no reason, he says, 얼굴이 어려 보여서, your face looks young. 어려 보이다 means to look young. He's referring to what he said earlier. He's asking, hey, are you a 새내기? Are you a newly entered freshman? So now he's explaining, because your face looked young, by the way. That's why I asked. So let's try saying this. Marina and Arthur, you guys really look young, okay? 얼굴이 어려 보여서.
얼굴이 어려 보여서.
얼굴이 어려 보여서.
Very good. All right, let's go on to Korean Insight. Korean Insight. And today we're going to talk about little Stephen Hexing here. Yeah, long ago. Some schools still do this. They put a little sign on you when you go to first grade in school that says 1학년, first grade, first class.
Room 1.
Right. And in America, we
2반,
don't say,
3반.
we say like Mrs. Kim's class, but here we say first
That's
class,
my
second
name.
class.
Steven.
And underneath it, he has a hanky. What's that for? Yeah.
Okay.
Because they like to slurp a lot. Yes. And when they cross the street, they do this. And they cross the street, and all the drivers stop to let the little kindergarten students
They're
pass.
supposed to stop. I think it's pretty crazy. The kids go like this, and then they just run right across the street and hope the cars are going to stop. It's a little
But they do
dangerous,
here.
actually,
They
I
do here.
think. Yeah.
And then finally, Stephen
What?
Hexing, hang around. 잘했어.
You didn't even buy me a drink yet. What's that about?
All right. Here in Korea, for anyone younger, or even actually a little friend, you can just say, oh, 잘했어, and you tap them on their tush a little bit, on their behind. And it just means, oh, you did a good job.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's not so okay back in many other countries. And some Korean people have gotten in trouble, especially grandmothers, for giving too many taps to young children. Anyway, let me go over the grammar really quickly. We had 가입하다. 가입하고 싶은데요. I want to sign up for the club. 새내기. New 새내기, new student, right? Freshman. 신입생, same thing. 들 수 있는 건가요? The question ending, is that the only way we can get in? And then 환영이죠? Everybody is welcome.
All right. Flash animation 빨리 보고 싶은데요. Let's go take a look. 가입하고 싶은데요.
네, 그런데 혹시 새내기세요?
아닌데요? 신입생만 될 수 있는 건가요?
아니요, 누구든지 환영이죠. 얼굴이 어려 보여서요.
We talked about 신입생 and 새내기, and do you know what the word is when you enter an office? If you're a first-time employee, when you're a new employee at office, do you know what they call them?
신입원?
신입원, right? Or 신입사원. 입사 means to enter, right? So 사원 is also an officer, someone who works. So 신입사원, very good. And I guess your next thing after you are a student, you will be a
신입사원.
Right. Okay, thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.